Hello, and welcome back to the Wii U 5. Let's start this review by saying that Child of Light is Ubisoft's take on the rapidly growing indie gaming scene. However, there is an insanely unfair advantage here. Ubisoft has resources at its disposal that indie developers could only dream of. We're led to believe that this game has had absolute creative freedom that is known to be enjoyed by indie developers and Nintendo. So how does Child of Light fare as a take on the indie gaming scene? Child of Light is a creative project from Ubisoft Montreal by Patrick Plord. It is said to be inspired by Studio Ghibli and runs on the UbiArt Framework engine, the same engine that powered Rayman Legends. Child of Light plays quite well. You do a lot of exploring and a lot of fighting. The exploring dabbles in both simple puzzles with Igniculus the Firefly, as well as simple platforming. Neither of these things will put your skills to the test. The combat is where things get interesting. The combat is purely turn-based, so real-time action RPG purists need not apply. Don't let this worry you. The combat system in Child of Light is simple, yet effective. Without spoiling its inner workings, the combat system requires a level of planned timing that can swing the entire battle in your favor. Making hasty decisions can actually extend the length of many battles. Now, while battles and bosses themselves are virtually never insurmountable, they can be done far quicker with proper planning than haphazardly picking actions, which leads to constantly getting interrupted or doing little damage in the late game. To give you a hint, don't play favorites with your party. Swap out party members with the liberal intention of obliterating your enemies. Lastly, a skill tree for each party member lets you customize this obliteration so that you can swap to party members with particular strengths that you've given them. For the price tag of just $15, Child of Light does indeed deliver. To add to your experience, the game has a very simple crafting system. While you can manage without it, using and taking advantage of it will add a devastating advantage in combat. Child of Light doesn't stop there, as you require oculi to craft, and you will find plenty of them in bonus rooms hidden throughout the land. These bonus rooms are a fun romp, and either contain mini-bosses or platforming challenges. The rewards aren't eye-popping, mind you, but they're useful nonetheless. The length of the game, which seems to be around 8 hours, is also sprinkled with a decent story, plenty of dialogue between characters, and side quests. Rest assured, you get a full $15 of game here. While the Wii U version doesn't get DLC, you can also rest assured you are not missing out. The DLC consists of mostly assistive items and skins, and when most of the DLC costs either $2 or $3 against a $15 game, it really seems like an exercise in cash grabbing. Child of Light is an exercise in 2D art styles. It looks great, no doubt about it, but experiences some sort of noticeable yet unexplainable slowdown on rare occasions. Additionally, due to the limitation of the USB 2.0 connection to my hard drive, there is some pop-up and also brief load times before every battle. These do not detract from the experience, but will be noticed. The audio itself is actually rather crisp, and contains a solid range of sound effects that caught me off guard, but in a good way. You will be pleasantly surprised by the clarity and depth of sound effects. In addition, the music is sometimes moving and sometimes riveting, but unfortunately rather repetitive. I really appreciated the music, but it played to a very limited range of variety. Ubisoft challenged the indie gaming scene with Child of Light. For better or worse, this game is a success against its similarly priced brethren. You will not regret the $15 purchase, and while I encourage the purchase to be on the Wii U, some technical foibles with loading are to be had only on this version. However, when all is said and done, Child of Light is an astonishing package for its price. You will get everything you expect from a higher priced game: a decent story, good combat, and enough extras for completionists to have a little bit more fun beyond the core game. I give Child of Light a 9 out of 10. That's all for today, folks. Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. It's all that I ask. See you next week on the Wii U 5.